We good? All right. Well, first of all, we want to thank you all for being here and getting this message out. The most important message is that the situation here is resolved and things are safe. Why we're here? About 7:10 this morning, we had a disturbance near 8th and Lincoln. An armed individual fired at least a couple of rounds between there and this location. Thankfully, we had many of our citizens and community members that called and let us know what was going on. Officers responded very quickly. They engaged this armed suspect and resolved the situation. At this time, the suspect is deceased. We can share that information. We can confirm that the suspect was armed. We can also confirm that the suspect had fired a couple of rounds. Again, I want to thank our community for letting us know, for calling 911 as quickly as they did and getting our officers here to the scene to keep our community safe. I also want to thank the brave officers that engaged this armed suspect and resolved this situation. This is very preliminary in the investigation. We will have far more details as we get those, and we'll do an additional press briefing in the next 24 to 48 hours to update the community. And that's all that we can say at this time.
Originally, we were told someone was in custody. I'm assuming that was that person who now we know is dead.
Correct.
Okay.
It's one individual. We feel this situation is completely resolved and that the community is safe.
Have you guys ever encountered this guy in the past? It sounds like he was sort of disturbed and yelling.
Yeah, this is, again, very preliminary in this investigation. As details come available, we will host a second update and provide what we can at that point.
What more do you need to do on scene, and how long do you anticipate this area will be closed off?
We believe that it'll take us several more hours. We want to protect the integrity of the investigation. And to that point, we need our community's help. So we believe that individuals or folks were able to capture video of this incident. For us to have a very strong investigation, we would like to get access to that video. Anybody that has seen anything, one, they can send it to us at dpdpio@denvergov.org. Again, that is dpdpio@denvergov.org. We want any and all video from this incident. If there are folks that were on their way to work, again, this occurred during rush hour traffic and they haven't had a chance to share what they've seen, we would ask that they would contact us through that email address, and we will follow up with them to get a statement from them and or any other video from this incident.
How old is the suspect?
Could not say at this point, all part of the investigation.
A lot of us have been talking to people who have seen all of this, and they describe this as a pretty scary sort of situation. I'm assuming you've heard those types of stories too.
Anytime that you have an individual that's armed, that is firing a weapon here in the city during rush hour traffic, it's a very dangerous situation. So again, I want to commend our officers for going into a dangerous situation, and thankfully the community is safe at this point.
Was he firing at officers too?
Again, to that question, all part of the investigation. We could not speak about that at this point.
Can you share how many officers were involved and how many fired shots?
We can't at this point. That would be part of the follow-up update, and we will share that in any and all information that we can at that point.
Chief, forgive me if you mentioned this, but what weapon did he have? Did you mention that?
I can confirm that he was armed with a handgun.
With the handgun it was? Uh-huh.
Yes.
So I know witnesses said that he was walking at least from 8th down, and I know you guys keep blocking off certain areas. It looks like maybe those were gunshots that shot out some of like that window and stuff. Why not stop him earlier when officers started trailing him down here and let him get all the way to 8th or 11th, especially if he was firing off the weapon?
So what I can tell you is that officers responded very quickly. This entire situation was completely completely resolved in less than 5 minutes. That's pretty fast, and we didn't let an armed suspect get anywhere. The individual was confronted, and the community was then became safe as a result of that.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.